No hands, no hats, I don't know what to think about that.
I'm into the points, but they're not your average points.
Thanks to it Psycho Naco Man for my sub gift.
Okay, I was not
Ooh,
expecting
awesome
that.
41-month sub, let's go. Madam 5BAH.
I give a straight.
Okay, wait. Thank you so much, Armand, for the sub. I did not expect that
but they're
to
not
be
your
just
average
like
points.
going
yeah,
as I switch
Doritos
screens.
chips.
I guess it was a little later than I thought, because I saw it in the chat and I thought, oh good, by the time I flip back over, then it'll go through. Well, let's go. Thank you so much to Psycho Nacho Man for the gift sub to Armand. Thank you, Armand, for 41 months of sub hype. And for always being such a regular here in the Queen's Castle.
What to think about that?
We've got more subs. We've got Psycho Nacho Man and Sprats.
Hi, madam.
Oh, hi, Sprats. Thank you so much. Psycho Nacho Man, thank you very much. And Sprats,
As you
thank
can
you so
see,
much.
when
Thank
two
you guys.
people are
Hype
relaxing
train
on the
immediately. Thank you so much.
Fire starts, and we're
I'm giving
catching
all the
on fire.
bars. All the bars to you, Scott Man.
What?
All the
As you can
high
see,
fires.
when we startle Big Bobo at the start of her stream, a fire starts, and MW and Odie's bedroom is catching on fire.
Woohoo! Thank you so much. Level 2 already because of these subs. Thank you guys so much. I'm MadameWario. Welcome to Friday Night Mario Party. Week 4 of round 2. We are to Mario Party 4. I had a vote earlier this week on Patreon. Thank you to all of my patrons who voted. The winner is Goomba's Greedy Gala, which is actually what I chose, what I voted for as well, so I was excited about that. Rocky Mount, Nintendo! I also want to just say that there is a new podcast up for anybody who is of that tier level on Patreon. It just went up yesterday afternoon. So if you want to give that a listen, go for it. It's my first podcast in a little while, so... And podcasts are something I used to do monthly, and I just changed it to be, like, whenever they happen, because it was a little hard to keep up with. I felt like I was forcing subject matter sometimes and not getting good content out of it, so I've just decided that those are going to be just, like, sporadically, however often I'm inspired to do one, which may be more frequent than once a month, maybe less frequent, depending on what's going on in the game world, what's going on in my life, all that stuff. So thank you for understanding. So I wanted to make sure that was clear, but all those podcasts are exclusive to Patreon, so if you're interested, check it out. But yeah, I have a How Well Do You Know the Bride podcast, and it's of me and Odie, so it was a lot of fun to record. Let's say hi to everybody who's here while this hype train is going on. Thank you guys so much for joining me this evening. Psycho Nacho Man, Alan Edgehead, Stardev94, Brandon R3DS, Rocky Mount, V Bowie, Joyful Ringer, Shalium, Yoshi95, Phoenix Warriors, Tim Lauren, Big Odin Spack, Breehawk Vojay, or Vojay. Oh my god. You guys, we watched Fat Camp 1 and 2 last night, so we're well aware of the memes now, and there were some moments where I was like, why isn't that an alert? It's so dumb. We need to make more alerts. I have several other alert ideas that are just really short and really dumb that I need to... I'm in need of a revamp. That's what I want to do, at least for like the fall, especially. Let's see. We also have Armand 2017. Some of these names I already shouted out because of subs and that, but I'm just saying them again because why not? Scottman895, good evening. Phantom Tempest, welcome. Blue Wolf, welcome. Sprats, how's it going? Our Sonic, how's it going? Big Pixie, Pixel Plume. Butterfinger already doesn't work? Why is it not an emote anymore?
They already got rid of it.
What? It was like a day. And I was gonna raid, I forgot. I was gonna raid on Tuesday somebody with Butterfinger, and then my OBS crashed right at the end of at the very end of my stream when I was like closing out and doing my closing thoughts. And so it would have been silly to go live again and be like, bye. So I just like said goodbye in the chat, and then we raided Slim, and I forgot all about Butterfinger, and too bad because apparently now it's gone. Dumb. So, anyway. Yeah, Fat Camp had so many quality meme moments. It's like the whole thing, like every 30 seconds could be a meme. So it's like, I feel like you wouldn't even have to try very hard, but it's just, they don't make shows quite like early 2000s MTV.
Dan! What team are you on? Not yours.
Not yours. So serious. Dan's just so serious. His like tactical plan to overthrow the payphone situation is, you know, that's still...
Where are we going?
Thank you, Psycho and Pixie, for these hot memes. Thank you guys so much for the hype train as well. It really means so much to me, especially at this point in time. Thank you so much. Oh my god, I need to do that today, Brie, or tonight. I should do the same thing. I need to rewatch all of Dan's TikToks. He has like TikToks talking about Fat Camp when he was on it, and kind of dishing out some tea that's really interesting if you're obsessed with it like I am. And I'm not even on TikTok. It's just like something Bree sent me, and I couldn't not watch all of them, so it's like I had to seek this out. That's how ridiculous. Spiky Taco 777 and Bam, how's it going? Longtime fan, hold on, Bam Margera Harrington. I wanted to say the whole name, but I was afraid I'd pronounce it wrong quickly. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for long time support. I always appreciate that. It means so much to me, especially when I have long time viewers come on stream. That's a lot of fun, so thank you. And Sims Bustin' Out, GBA will always be one of my favorite GBA games. It would be something that would be kind of ridiculous to play through on here. However, with streaming, I think it made for a better Let's Play game only because some of the stuff is so, like, repetitive. And I ran into that when I tried to do Sims Herbs on stream because it's the same style of game. And I was like, I could get obsessed with it, like, on my own time, but it's hard to do it on stream because you end up doing, like, one task for 2 hours. So that's maybe not the most exciting, which is why I've never like revisited it on here, if I can speak. But yeah, that's the tea on that. I love that game. Drift Looney, welcome. How's it going? I know it kind of sucks because some of my favorite games just aren't great for streaming, whereas some of my other favorite games aren't great weren't great for Let's Plays. So like it kind of is like it's like a trade-off, you know? Like Paper Mario, although I did a Let's Play of it, it was really hard to Let's Play because there was so little content per huge recording session. So it was just like, okay, this is not worth it. Those kind of games, RPGs in general, way easier to stream. Pokemon's the same way. That I didn't even bother finishing, like, when I Let's Played it. There are just some games that, like, it takes too much time, and so it just makes it complicated. But those are great for streaming, so it's like, whatever, who cares? Mario Party's great for streaming, though, so it's great for videos, it's great for streaming, it's always a fun time. Rolly, welcome to the stream. Desmond Shannon, welcome as well. And what else? I wanted to let you guys know that tomorrow I will be doing another Fall Guys night. I'm probably going to do I've maxed out. Just before the stream, I maxed out everything. Like, I'm level 100 now. There's an event going on called Big Yeetus or something. Clan of the Yeetus, that's what it's called. And it's all about bop hammers and super fun. Beat that. So excited. So tomorrow, I would love to have a community night again, playing more Fall Guys. That was so much fun to do with you all last week, and maybe show off some of these modes that we can't do in custom lobbies, as much as that is annoying. But I might show that off a little bit, and then do custom room with you guys, because, you know, it's so much fun. It was so much fun last weekend. Anybody who was here for it, thank you so much again for being part of it, because it was an absolute blast. So I'll be doing that tomorrow night. Saturdays tend to be my community nights, alongside just variety, but I'm going to keep it the same way this week, because on Saturday, next Saturday, the first Saturday of August, that'll be after the new Mario Kart expansion comes out, Mario Kart 8. So we're going to do that next Saturday. That'll probably be, and I don't know, last time I couldn't do like a tournament with the new stuff, but I think that they added it like after the fact. So I don't know if that'll be an issue this time. I think it'll be fine. But that's what we're going to do next Saturday. That's going to be Mario Kart 8, because it's going to be the new 8 tracks will have been added in. So that'll be a lot of fun. I figured might as well, because it'll be like the brand new as of a couple days, or the day before. So that'll be perfect. And then on this coming Monday, I plan to do a craft stream. I've got some stuff in mind for it that I think will be a lot of fun, kind of like DIY sort of. One is like a DIY that anybody can do, and the other is going to be kind of like a finishing touches Etsy item. Speaking of which, my Etsy store is finally up to date. I've been saying for weeks now that I have all this Etsy merch that has needed to go into the shop and hasn't. It's finally there. I'm finally caught up. There's nothing in my inventory as of right now that is not available for sale in my Etsy store. So please check out my Etsy shop. A lot of the items are big ticket items, because they had they took me a lot longer than usual, or they're far more detailed than usual, or they're bigger. Crochet takes a long time. There's no easy way to do it. There's no fast way to do it. It's something that you cannot do on a machine. It's entirely done by hand. So that is, that's the tea on just crochet in general. So like, you have to charge for your time. That's how that is. Our artists, you know, don't undercharge. It's not right. Charge for your time. Anyway, but I have a lot of things up there. I have a couple back to school, like backpack items that are fun. This guy that you see here, that's Mr. Smiley. He's available now. He's one of my like original plushies that you can take home. I had an item literally that I put on there, and I was like, I don't know, maybe I'll keep it. It was gone immediately. And I was like, oh my God, I guess I'm not keeping it. So, thank you guys for checking out the shop. I appreciate it, but there's new merch there, so if you haven't seen it already, please check it out. I would appreciate it. And along with that, I think those are all... Oh, no. So Monday's craft stream, creative stream, whatever. I think at the end of it, I might do another Sims challenge, though. I think it's going to be half and half, like half creative, half Sims, because last time it was half just chatting, half Sims. And it was hilarious, and I want to do a follow-up because I have another challenge in my mind. It's kind of a challenge. I don't know how much it requires, you know. But we're going to go back to the family that I started last week and try something else. So that's what we're going to be doing on Monday. Tuesday will be Fall Guys, because Saturday will be Mario Kart. And then next Friday, obviously, is Mario Party 5. So I just wanted to give the rundown on scheduling. I haven't known ahead of time very much this past month, so now that I do, I want to just like kind of shout out what's coming up so you guys can plan, especially for these nights where they are community nights. So we are going to go ahead and get started here. I'm going to turn on the GameCube. We're back to the GameCube era. It's been a while, but it's the longest era to be in, so it's kind of fun. Takes a while to get there, but then it lasts a while too. We all know, if you've ever been to one of these streams before, that, what system settings were lost? Okay, I don't even know what this means.
What's your GameCube? Probably maybe the battery is lost inside of it. I don't know.
The battery in my GameCube is lost?
Could be a thing. I don't know.
Okay, well, I don't know. You must first set up the calendar. I don't want to set up my calendar.
It's not tied to your memory card. It's internal to the game.
What do I do now, then?
I guess you gotta go to your calendar.
I don't want to set my calendar.
Set to 21:30.
Oh my god, it is not 21:30. Look at
We're
this.
distant in the future.
It is not 21:31, you guys. I'm sorry. We time traveled forward.
We're a tad forward in the future.
I don't know how this happened, but you know, I don't even know. So, okay, we're living in the future. What are we doing? What? Okay, it's not even the right day. It's the 29th. It is not 2000. That'd be fun, but no. Not anymore. We went from way in the future to right now. And it is 8.
I think that's the 24-hour clock.
Oh. So it needs to be like 20. 20. 21. Okay, am I good now? Can I live my life again? Yay! Can I please play Mario Party 4? That's what we're here for today.
In 2131, we're still playing Mario Party 4 on Mario
You know,
Party
whatever.
Friday Night Mario Party.
It's totally what we're doing. Anyway, welcome to Mario Party 4, you guys. We all know, if you've been around my channel, this is what I started to say. If you've been around my channel for a while, that my favorite mode in Mario Party 4 is one of the extra modes in the, like, Womp Glomp basement or whatever. So we're probably going to do that at the end of the stream, just as we always do. And this is the part of the stream where I'm like, oh, how many turns do I usually pick? Because I never remember how to time this. So, I don't know, I always overshoot it, I feel like, on the first game. And then I'm like, why did I say I would do this many turns? So, I think I'm going to stick with 30. Unless you guys are like, 30's going to take you forever. But I feel like Mario Party 4, it doesn't. Mario Party 4, I think, is the most lackluster of all the GameCube Mario Parties. It has a lot of nostalgia, and it has some good mini-games. It just does not have very immersive boards. So it's actually my least favorite, probably, of all of them on the GameCube. For that reason, it is very nostalgic for me to my childhood, though. Okay, and this is the part of the stream also where you guys, sorry, there's something in my eye, shout out which character you want to see as a CPU on the board. It's a bit loud. Alright. There we go. That should be better. If it's too quiet now, let me know. Let's see. Oh yeah, I saw George Jetson's gonna be born on Sunday! Woo! That's hilarious. That shows how old that show is. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and roll for the first character. Joyful Ringer, picking Peach! We've got all the same people as in, Mario Party 3, so there's nobody new here. And we did a Mario Party Patreon challenge on Tuesday that was from Mario Party 3, so we've just seen all these same people. Stardev, gonna choose. Daisy, so we've got 2 ladies. I think we had both the ladies last time, didn't we? I think we did. I'm gonna set everybody the same. And then Alan, big Alan Edgehead, picking Mario. 2 bros, 2 hoes, let's go. Pog. Alright, so the very first week we saw this, we did Boo's Haunted Bash. So if you are part of my Patreon or you join my Patreon family and you go to vote in these polls and the board you want is missing, it means we've already played it. So you won't see Boo's Haunted Bash on there next time, nor will you see Goomba's Greedy Gala. But it was a little confusing the first time I reintroduced the polls for round 2 because there are so many board options it looks like I forgot one. I really didn't, it's on purpose, I swear. So just keep that in mind when you're voting if you don't see the board you're wanting, it means we already did it. And also, keep in mind that all of those previous boards are available on my YouTube channel, and they're in their own playlist. Like, I have this giant playlist of everything I do on Twitch that's just like miscellaneous streams, so anybody can turn that on and just kind of go through in order. But then I also have a playlist for Friday Night Mario Party that is in order from the very first time we did it until right now. So you should be able to find everything in order. But that's the best and easiest way to see what has already been played if you missed a stream or you're not sure. So everything's gonna be on minigames, bonuses, all that fun stuff. No handicap, but we're ready to go. This music and like title just brings a lot of nostalgia to me of like Friday night sleepovers playing this game. So much fun. What a fun time it was to be a kid. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that, Shliam. No. No. Also, I prepared hot chocolate for this stream, because I was in the mood for a cozy drink. And we are going... I almost said we're going 5th. Wow, we're going 5th out of 4. We're going 2nd. Like, with a 5. Just to be clear. Hot C, you gotta love it! Okay, cool beans. I'm one of those people that I get cold pretty easily. And so, even in the summer, like when the AC is on, I'm like cold and I have to turn the AC off even though it's hot out. So then hot chocolate's the vibe. That's just what ends up happening. Rec Room Tyler, welcome to the stream. Also, Gaslight Gatekeep Girl Boss. These are all terrible identities. Shliam. Wish it wasn't like 85 degrees in my room. Hot chocolate sounds so good. Just crank that AC, Bree. Weren't you the one telling me that you like to go to hotels so you can crank the AC and actually wear like sweats? Which is such a mood, by the way. I never travel, even if it's like to a tropical beach. I never travel without sweatpants and a sweatshirt because I will somehow still freeze to death, and I also enjoy that vibe too, of just like being cozy in the room, even if like the AC is all the way up or whatever. I'm the same. Trackstar, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I'm disrespecting the GGG style. She almost ran right into me, and I pressed the wrong button. I do this fun thing where I never turn on the instructions because why would I want to know how to play? Oh, she's down. Oh, come on, Mario. Come on. Woo! We got her! This is a funny minigame. I feel like I lose as the one player immediately. Like, immediately. I do like marshmallows in my hot chocolate, started. I turn it way down and wear a hoodie and sweatpants to get cuddled under the blankets. Yes, that's the vibe. Oh, man. Snow Yoshi, welcome. I'm doing well. How are you doing? You wanted to have an inflatable balloon costume from Mario Party 4 for your girlfriend? What? Inflatable Womp costume. Not Womp. Womp. Wow, she knew what she wanted. Most out of place song in Mario Party 4. Nice cup of soup? This is not soup! Oh man, soup sounds good though. Oh yeah, this is that board that sounds like the Sesame Street theme at that one point. When it goes dun 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 dun. Like, I don't know. It's not that, but that's immediately where my mind goes. I'm perpetually a toddler. Swap card. I think it's also just kind of weird that the item shop has a theme at all. Like, it wouldn't have to. It doesn't in the other games. Odd. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna waste my time or my money on any of this crap. I guess I already wasted my time deciding I didn't want it, but yeah, I'm not gonna buy any of that crap. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. Anyway, what do I think of the selection of new DLC tracks in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe? I was actually lurking at Slim Kirby's stream earlier, and he was saying exactly what I was thinking. He was like, I'm trying to remember all of them. I need a list. But just right off the bat, I will say that they're adding one of my all-time favorites, which is Waluigi Pinball. I feel like that's a very popular opinion. Waluigi Pinball is one of my all-time favorite tracks, so I'm very, very excited to see that and to see what they do with the music for it. Sucks to suck, Daisy! I'm very excited for that one. It's so colorful and amazing. I'm a huge jazz music person. That's like the #1 genre of music I listen to on the regular. So like, the vibe of Mario Kart 8's music is just great for that anyway, so I'm really, really excited to see what they do with these songs more than anything. Every time they introduce tracks, I'm more excited for the music than anything else, but Waluigi Pinball's an all-time fave. I would say, like, you know, I got one of my all-time faves last time. I got Coconut Mall. Now I'm getting Waluigi Pinball, so next time I'm, like, crossing my fingers and praying for Airship Fortress, because that's, like, my favorite track. Like, those three are like my favorite non-Rainbow Road tracks, because Rainbow Road just wins no matter what. I really want them to add Rainbow Cup and be like, yo, here are all the Rainbow Roads. That's probably not gonna happen, but at least hopefully they'll add some. And there's been some leaks that have been kind of confirmed, which is fun. So I think that Airship Fortress is a high possibility, but that's my hope for next time. Anyway, that has nothing to do with this time. I really love the Hot Fudge Sundae track, the brand new one. I didn't think they were going to do any brand new tracks, which I don't really think anybody thought they were going to do that. So I'm excited for that. They are... What all are they doing? Hold on, I have to think. So they had Hot Fudge Sundae, Waluigi Pinball. I know they had, like, Mario Circuit 3 from Super Mario Kart, which I was like, okay. I mean, Super Mario Kart was my first Mario Kart game, so I'm super nostalgic for it, and I love it, but that's just like, you know, the 1, 2, 3, like, they get kind of bland, and you probably can't do the banana trick like you could do in the original game, so that's probably the one that's, like, the most bland for me, even though it is a nostalgic game. It's not that exciting. I know there's, like, Snowland from the GBA, Mario Kart Super Circuit. I couldn't think of the name for a second. I didn't grow up with Super Circuit. It was the only Mario Kart game I did not have. That I did not own and grow up with and play in real time. It's the only one I missed. So I'm always excited for those. I'm always excited for the tour tracks. They're doing New York City, which I love New York City, so let's go. And I'm trying to think, what are the other three that I'm missing? Mushroom Gorge. I love Mushroom Gorge. I love Mario Kart Wii. I'm very partial to it because it's my favorite in the entire series. So Mario Kart Wii is the #1. Mushroom Gorge. I love the music in that one too, so I'm really excited about that. I'm missing two. I'm missing two missing two tracks. I can't think of what they are. What are they? What am I missing? You guys probably know what I'm missing. My guess is the Sunday one was gonna be a tour track, but somehow it just came out of tour first, so they're calling it new. Oh, maybe. I could see that, Alan. I don't think that's a bad... I think that's a pretty good guess as to why there's a new track, because they didn't advertise it that way or anything either. Calamari Desert. I hadn't said that one yet. That's another nostalgic one from my childhood. In 64, Mario Kart took over so much of my life as a child, so I'm excited for that one. And a lot of the ones that have been remade in other games, I kind of forget. I don't know what this puzzle is. I'm not good at this game. I'm cheating off of other people right now. Oh my god, no. I'm really cheating off of people. Probably a sign I'm not going to win this. Whoops. So Calamari Desert, I think will be cute. Look at him skating. What's the only... I'm missing one. I'm missing one. I said Snowland, Mushroom Gorge, Sunday, Mario Circuit 3, Waluigi Pinball, Calamari Desert, Calamari? Kalahari. I don't know how to say words. No, Calamari. I'm like, what am I talking about? What other ones am I missing? Oh, New York City. I still don't know the one I'm missing. Sydney. Yes, and they also have Sydney, which is the Australia one, which will be super cool. So I like to experience the Mario Tour ones because I've never played Mario Kart Tour. Like, I don't play mobile games, so that's just one that what? Is she ever gonna stop spinning this? It's just one that I've never played because I just I just don't like to play mobile games because I just don't want to play on a screen that small and be like this all day long. So I'm glad I get to experience it this way, at least. Thank you for the lurk, Casanova! Let's go! Pieces, also. So the main track I'm still waiting on, aside from literally any of the Rainbow Roads, I'd be happy about, so they're just a given. The only one I'm waiting on now, for me, is Airship Fortress. What? Do I want to pay you? No. No. Pay me to stop this crap. I mean, I'm not going the right way, but... I don't know, you guys. Felt like a sham. Can't fall for it. Wouldn't mind if they added a real-world course for every cup. Yeah, that would be super fun. I like that. They are charming. It's gonna be so cool racing through Mario Kart because I don't really play Mario Kart, nor do I play mobile games. Or Mario Kart Tour. Yeah, I'm the same way. So I'm glad that they have a way to experience that. Thank you for the Hydrate Blue Wolf. Can't wait to play the Australian track since you're Australian. For sure. For sure. I'm excited about like the New York City one for the same reason. Because it's like, oh my gosh, what are they like, how are they gonna include everything? What all will be part of it? Like, it'll just be fun to see how they flesh it out. I think the Paris track was my favorite from the first DLC, or I guess DLC you can call it. The first expansion, the first 8 tracks, that one was probably my favorite. I love Coconut Mall, but I think I prefer the Wii version over the one that's in Mario Kart 8. Just because they took out some of the funniest parts of it and made it a little different, which, I mean, they obviously did it with reason, but I'm just a slave to my own nostalgia, so... But yeah, I'm excited for the new 8 tracks. Gives you a reason to... Are you kidding me right now? This game hates me. It gives you a reason to play the game and pick it up and, you know, it just refreshes it. So it's nice. So I'm excited. Like I said, we'll be playing that next Saturday after the DLC comes out. So I'm excited for that. And I'll try and wait. I probably will just wait to play it until then. I'll wait to see all the tracks until, like, I'm on stream, because that'll be more fun. What are you doing, Peach? Also, what am I doing? I'm not even going for the coins. Peach, you are driving in the opposite direction of what I need. Okay. How am I supposed to get all the way over? I hate how much they look behind themselves when they're driving. be self-conscious when you're staring at me, Peach. Oh my god, you're on the wrong side! Oh. Okay, we did pretty well. Regardless, we did pretty well. What's my opinion on Kirby's Dream Buffet? Is that the little, like... Is that the, like, DLC game? I remember...
Racing one. Looks like Fall Guys.
Oh! I forgot all about it. I honestly forgot all about it. I think I've only seen, like, trailer for it once. So I don't have much of an opinion because I completely forgot it was a thing. I'm kind of half and half when it comes to, like, the extra, like, Kirby games. I feel like half of them I pick up and half of them I forget about entirely, so... I don't know. Ask me again once it's out. Ask me that question again once it's out. Alright, battle, let's go! What? If it had been 50, I would have been, like, so irritated. What? What did I pick? Oh, I didn't pick. But this is what I would have chosen, so this is fine. Okay, good. Yay! I love this game! Yo, this hot chocolate hitting the spot. Oh crap, it's my turn. Alright, show me yellow! Sweet. It honestly is only 50, like, when they pick a stupid game. You know, I gotta say, I'm kind of shocked. I haven't seen DK on one of these boards in a while, which I kind of have liked the break. The break from DK. Right, Odie? He's not listening. For some reason, I had that as DDD's dumb. I did play DDD's Drum Dash, and it was so cute. That was a cute one. I got that. I had like a little bit of... I think I had a little bit of money on my 3DS, like, account, or my eShop account, and so I just used it on that. And it was actually really cute. It was like a cute little rhythm game. I love King DDD, so whenever he's represented, it's kind of fun. What? None of these are my colors. I don't know. Who's DK? Alright, this was rigged because they stole both of my colors, so I knew I was gonna lose no matter what. Yeah, DDD just loves little lollipops, those dum-dums! I love it. But yeah. Honestly, Desmond, I don't even think that Brandon's much of a minority here, to be perfectly honest. I feel like this community loves the ladies. Like, I feel like Daisy's the overlying favorite, like, within the community. But, I feel like we have a lot of Peach stands here, too. Like, half my family, that's, like, their main choice anyway, too, so it's like, whatever. We all have our characters. Mine just happens to be this, like, farting, garlic-smelling fat guy. And some people's is the princess, which would be the more obvious choice, you would think, for a girly girl like myself, but when you are a farting fat man, I guess, she picks on you, so then it makes you not like her as much as a child. Now, when you get to, you know, be 30 years old and you're like, okay, that's just the AI, then it's not as bad. But when your husband decides to go behind the character of this monkey that you've never liked and make your life more difficult when you play, then that's another story. Also, what does this do again? Oh, no, I hate stuff like this. I'm not doing that. Trade items with any opponent. I don't have the money to do any of this stuff right now. I need to save for the star. I was thinking I had way more than I actually did. Sweet, I have all these mushrooms, and I have yet to use any of them. Peach is my main in 2 games. Peach is my main in Mario Party. No, she's not. That's a lie. Mario, Super Mario Bros. 2, she's my main. As well as, what did I just play? Super Mario 3D World. Right? Is it World? Is that the one with Bowser's Fury?
Yeah.
Okay. Super Mario 3D World, she was also my main. Until Rosalina entered the picture, then it was like, okay. Maybe I'll take her instead. Although, you know, pink's more my color scheme. I wish I liked Daisy more because she really is like the vibe. You know, she's like the brunette, yellow, representing my favorite color. When she was first introduced, I really liked her, and she was my main in like the sports games. She was never my main in Mario Party because nobody ever was besides Wario. But then they just, like, in my opinion, they just ruined her personality and made her as obnoxious and annoying as possible. I wish they hadn't done that. She had kind of like the feisty girl vibe to her before that was, like, more appealing, I think. She was, like, you know, she wasn't gonna take crap from anybody, but now it's like, I feel like they've just made her too ditzy and dumb to... I don't know. I feel like they just ruined her character a bit. So... And I'm not saying anything against anybody who loves her, I just like... I don't like when characters get drastically changed in personality. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't like when they do that, period. Right, she's definitely like a Peach number 2 to me. I don't know. That's just how it feels anyway. Because you know how like Mario and Luigi could easily be the same character, but like they're not. They do have their own like personality traits. I feel like they did not do that well enough with Peach and Daisy. So, it's annoying. Anyway, Vanilla Cone and Aunt Fitzdix, welcome to the stream! And Agent Albatross, welcome as well! Oh shoot, that's the Y button. I hate when they do this because they always go way too fast and I miss the jump every time. Oh. I got it. No. Oh, I was pressing. Dang it! I keep pressing the wrong button. I can't do this. Okay, I cannot miss this jump. Already behind. I almost missed that jump. Left corner. Oh, I was right. Okay, right corner. Alright, why are you just standing there? No! Okay, it was the right corner. It's just the upper right corner. Is it the same for them? Must be. This is the part that I suck at the most. Okay, I found the right rhythm in the end. I was still a little slow, but I did find the right rhythm in the end. Sorry this controller is so loud. I'm so sorry. Oh. I do like this 2v2. I do like it quite a bit. You're big, and you're fat. Yo, no body shaming. I'm just like... It's just kind of funny how, like, that's the characteristic that they chose for Wario. I don't know. How could your GameCube controller be so loud? I don't know. Because it's so extra. Yo, I thought I was extra, and then I watched Fat Camp last night with Brie, and I was like, maybe not. Lame. Anyway. Unsub for the loudest of the GameCube controller. So So the next time you guys are, you probably never asked this, but the next time you're asked like, oh, do you know MadameWario? Be like, well, I used to watch her, but her GameCube controller, it was just too extra. Sorry, can't watch anymore. What am I doing now? I'm not gonna roll higher than an 8? Okay, well. I was rigged. Just, no. Not allowed. Okay. I guess that's true. There's no such thing as a silent GameCube controller. Bree, maybe we just didn't know we were dramatic and we were like, because people were so dramatic, I don't know. I legitimately think teenagers in the early 2000s were more dramatic than teenagers now. Bree said it last night. She's like, well, now they just, you know, air out their problems online or use social media to, like, be dramatic. Whereas back in the early 2000s, you did it in person. You were very dramatic in person. Sometimes social media assisted, like in the MySpace days, if you like took one of your besties off of your top 8, it was like your passive-aggressive way of telling her that you were mad at her or something. Stupid. This is incredibly dumb, but this is what kids do. Or maybe in your AIM bio, you took the quote out of you and the friend that just said she was making truffles when really she was free all along, you know? That was like the kind of thing that like you did in the early 2000s. Yo, I miss the AIM instant messenger like bio. Like that was the funniest part, making your profile and putting all these insiders on it. Oh my god, this is the game I never pay any attention to. Passive-aggressive AIM messages were the way to go. What am I looking for? A hot dog? And macaroni and cheese? Well, I didn't do anything, but Mario found it. The original version of subtweeting. So dumb. The sad thing is, I know adults to this day who subtweet, and I'm like, did you not grow up? Like, what happened to you? Dumb. Super dumb. I wish MySpace was back. I love the aesthetic of making your profile. Yes! So extra. You remember those, like, little glitter? Like, the glitter, you know, there would be, like, sites that had codes and codes of HTML with, like, fun little images. And they were all glittery. They were just GIFs that, like, glittered. But those made my world. My whole page was covered. And I still have songs, like, in my music library that came from somebody's MySpace profile. Like, that was the way I first heard the song. And some really, really popular songs I heard for the first time that way, like, before they were on the radio. Like, I remember my cousin had Ridin' Dirty as his profile song, and I loved it, and I thought it was hilarious, and I was like, this song is great. And then it got really, really famous after that. But, it's like, the first way I ever heard it was through my cousin's MySpace page. Hot times. Yeah, I don't have MySpace or any of that, and I haven't for several years now, because I deleted my did I say MySpace? I meant Facebook. I don't have Facebook anymore. I deleted it years ago, just because it was toxic, and it didn't serve me whatsoever, and I was like, I need to, like, get off of here. This is too much information, too much of other people's information that I don't want to see, and I feel weird about seeing, so I got off of there. It was too toxic. And this was probably like 5 years ago now. It was a while ago now, but anyway, I don't have it anymore, but that was the main thing I remember from transitioning from MySpace to Facebook. I hated how everybody's looked exactly the same, and you couldn't even like pick colors for your profile. Like, you couldn't even pick through 8 colors and which one you wanted. Like, it was just a white sheet. Boresville. They had, like, flair in that at the beginning, but then they took that away pretty quickly. I don't know. Dumb. Oh yeah, automatically playing songs and having confetti everywhere. You know what I miss? The online... Hold on, Brie. The online dress-up doll things. I can't even know what those were called. They're so good. They still have, like... They always had a bunch of games like that on like, the DS and stuff. I never had any of them. But that is just, like, such a fun time waster, for sure. Okay, I got more than 0, which is what I usually get, so that's good. What I remember are those people on Neopets that were like super good. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I thought the game was over. Good at coding and were super extra on their Neopets. I was so jealous of all those people, Phantom. I would like, I would go through. I could understand minimal HTML and I learned HTML because of Neopets, but like, if I didn't understand something, I would just like use somebody else's code and like make my own images for it and like trial and error until I got it the way I wanted it. Without really knowing, because I was like, oh, so good. I had Akon when I broke up with my girlfriend. I want to make up, right? Nah, LOL, please cringe. That's great. I love it. I was too young for MySpace and my sister had it, so I remember everything about it. What was the one website where people would edit their photos? PhotoBucket. PhotoBucket was just like a host. It was like where you uploaded all your photos for Neopets or whatever you wanted to use them on. But anyway. Instagram is probably the one I use most. Or, it's not the one I use most, it's the one I look at most now, probably. And it's mostly because, like, I don't even... It's like I follow a lot of, like... shops. I probably shouldn't look at it as much because I could spend money every single day buying something because I love shopping. But I follow a lot of like different shops and like friends and stuff. Like it's just like I have a minimal amount of people that I follow, so it's pretty nice. And I like all the pictures and stuff, so like and honestly, a lot of, like, vloggers and stuff I follow are on there. So, like, that's, like, the main thing I use it for. That and shopping. But I like Instagram. Twitter's the one I use most. That's the one I post to the most. Because I don't even post to Instagram that much. But, yeah. Facebook used to be so fun, and now it's just boomer memes and political discourse. Oh, God, no. Absolutely not. Yeah, I was the same, Ant Fitsticks. I deleted it years ago because I was like, no, this is too much. Remember when Tila Tequila got popular because of MySpace and now she's a psychopath? She had a show on what? MTV or VH1, and I never watched it, or I say I never watched it, but I probably have seen like an episode or two, but I didn't like follow it. Wasn't it kind of like another version of The Bachelorette where she was like looking for love? I have no idea what happened to this girl. I know nothing about this girl. I just know the name and I associate it with... Wow, we got 3! Woo! I think I got those 3. Cool. Awesome. But yeah, I don't know... I don't know the tea, is what I'm trying to say, Brie. But yeah, Twitter I've never had a problem with. But it's like I follow, I think it just depends on who you follow. Like, MySpace has this weird, like, oh my god, this person wouldn't be friends with me on MySpace. And it's like, I don't have time for that, so no. And I don't like that kind of drama. It's just irritating and weird and parasocial, and I don't get it. So, no. But Twitter, it's like, you can kind of choose, like, who you're following. So I'm just, like, following my, like, online friends mostly, and some Nintendo stuff. I don't really even, like, I follow, like, less than 100 people, because I don't want to follow anything that's, like, not in my immediate, like, I don't know. I just, like, I don't want to have this whole ocean of things that I don't really care about, or weird people's toxic thoughts. So, I don't know. No, I'm not subscribing to your little game. Madeline Melina, welcome to the stream. I don't feel like... Oh! Let's go! I'll take that. I will take that. Let's go. I don't feel like I had the customizable channel for very long, so I couldn't get, like, emotionally attached to it. However, it was cool, and I wish it was still that way. Customization is just a win for me. Always. Not gonna lie, MySpace HTML is, like, the very start of how I have the career I do. Oh my god, that's great. If I had the type of career you have, Bree, I would say the same thing except Neopets HTML. That's how I got into it. But yeah. But yeah, I think like the key to anything that has just like a feed that's not like friend-based is a little bit safer, but you still have to be careful because people are still toxic on with like painting a false picture of reality and going out of their way to kind of like showboat or brag or make you feel bad in a way that's like passive aggressive. I don't know. Or like to passively show others like, look at how good I've got it. And it's like, why is this necessary? Why are people like this? So anyway, sorry, I'm like way behind in chat too. I've been trying to catch up. I appreciate the conversation though. But yeah. There was the one song that was stuck in my head since MySpace era. 7 years old, found the name of the song this year. It's Come Over by Estelle. I was gonna say, the only Estelle song I know is American Boy. Because that was big like my senior year of high school, I want to say. Maybe junior into senior year of high school, that was like the jam. Okay, how did I have 17%? Anyway. Where am I now? When my employees weren't so young, I used to straight up ask if they ever customized their MySpace profile with HTML. Now everyone's too young and I'm too old. What the heck? You're not even old, Brie. What the heck? Right, like I use Twitter to follow updates from Twitch streamers. That's about it. Social media never has appealed to you. Yeah, like Psycho, I'm the same way with Twitter. Like I follow all of my friends who are in the community, are streamers or content creators for the most part in some way, shape, or form, or just like game enthusiasts, even if they don't make content. So we're all like similar interests. Nobody's going on there going crazy about stupid stuff. So like it's really nice. I follow on Instagram more people that I watch on YouTube, like vloggers and stuff, because that's the kind of content I watch, and crochet stuff. I do follow quite a bit of crochet stuff on there too, but yeah, Twitter's the one that's like kind of just like game news and actual friend news, not like, oh, we're Facebook friend news. Boy, they played American Boy Forever 21 when I worked there before it was popular on the radio. Oh my god, I'm sure you were like super over it by then. I miss the days when you used to go to work and then come over to my house afterward, Bree. And then get yelled at by my weird neighbor who was obsessed with mowing his lawn. I don't know what that was about, but... Julie, are you snoring? Oh, what number is what? I mean, what letter? Okay, I think we've got this. Yay! Same, oh my god! He was! I had this neighbor, he like bought a John Deere lawnmower one year, and he was obsessed with it. He would go out and mow his dirt. Like, I swear he didn't even have grass in like a huge section of his yard, because it was covered by trees, so it's like grass was not growing there, and he would go on that freaking John Deere lawnmower every day. And it would be like, he would come over like 7 o'clock in the morning and be like, can you move your car from my lawn? And it would be like parked on the street. Like, not even in his ditch. Like, they're not even in the ditch in front of his house, and he would complain about it. It's like, you do not need to mow your ditch 80 times a week. Like, you don't. Dumb. So stupid. So yeah, he did, Bree. It's a really cool thing. I'm gonna use some of these items just to get rid of them because I don't want to be holding all these mushrooms for the entire game. More like John, oh dear! Boys and their toys, man. I don't get it, but sometimes that John Deere just calls your name. Just reminded me of that time there was a very random chicken in your yard. What? Wait, there was a chicken in my yard? I don't remember this. I do not remember this, Bree. Like someone's chicken got into my yard? But how? What? I don't even know. I guess I am cursed by the lawnmower god, Rolly. It's just, I always have to battle with lawnmowers my whole life with the noise or just the timing. Oh my god, I don't remember this chicken. It must have wandered out from somebody's yard somewhere in the neighborhood, but I do not remember there being a chicken in my yard at any point. That's hilarious. Yes. Our what? It's so funny. We were outside for some reason. What? I wish I remembered this because that's so funny. I'm sure we were excited about it. It seems like the really dumb thing that would happen to the two of us, Bree, and we'd be like, how did this happen? Why? I never understand anything. Marching band. How's it going? Cause Bree, it was you you were with me that time I was at Olive Garden, right? And the guy just decided to come out from the back room with an eggplant and was like, oh, here's an eggplant for you. And I was like, but I didn't order. It was just an eggplant on a plate. Like, this guy came out from the kitchen to my seat and was like, here's an eggplant for you. I have no idea why. I still don't know why. Bree was there for that. Bree was always there for these really dumb moments that made absolutely no sense. And that was one of them. It was one of those moments where one of us was like, is that a chicken? And the other person took a while to see it. I was probably the one who took a while to see it, and that's why I forgot about it. Oh my god, I'm trying to get rid of these mushrooms, and I keep getting more of them every single turn. Anyway, yo, shout out to Olive Garden's eggplant parmesan, though, because it is the bomb. I haven't had it in a long time. Really good, though. What was the story I told on YouTube where I went out to eat and some guy kept coming up to you over and over again? I don't know. That's a little bit too vague for me to place what that would have been. Unless it's just the story of my life, because it's dumb, but... why do I feel like that's a story about MT and not you? Could be, because I don't remember it. It's not ringing a bell for me, so I don't know. I have a secret eggplant lottery in Olive Garden? Maybe. I just won it that one night. Yay, we get Dory, and thank you for the follow! Welcome to the Queen's Castle! Oh yeah, this is that game that I never know the controls to. This is why. This is that game. So the other night, Odie and I watched Detective Pikachu together for the first time. We've both seen it already individually because we both went and saw it in theaters like the weekend it came out. Years ago now, but we had never watched it since, and we had never seen it together. So we watched it together the other night. I have to say, better on the big screen because it's more immersive. Like, that is just such a cool city and everything. Like, I love Rhyme City. Okay, I was slow AF on that. I'm sorry. So I love Dory! I want to go on this boat. But anyway, we watched that the other night, and that was a lot of fun to see again because it had been years since we last saw it. But yeah, there was just something extra magical about seeing it on the big screen. It was just like so good. Didn't MT tell a story like that, the same stream where Layla's refusal came from? The story that she's telling in that alert where she's like sitting there when Layla says no to a star is she's talking about, like, she worked at a bar, and it was like a bar and grill, and she worked as like a bartender, and she would get like assaulted by these gross old men that were highly inappropriate and drunk, you know, most of the time. And so she was telling a story about how she was like harassed and how her manager like stood up for her in that moment, like happened to see it. Please get like a 2. Okay, good. That works. But yeah, that's the story she's telling, like at the very beginning of that.
Logan, are you okay?
No, Samantha, the dirty big bitch in my bunk.
Thank you, Psycho. Logan's still the most dramatic character of that I've ever seen. So good. Yo, I stan Diane and Logan. They're the best. I wonder what Logan's up to now, too. I wonder what all of them are up to now. Stop, man! Oh, it's in the old alert. It's not even like in this alert. This is why she's sitting in the chair.
Oh my god. Horrible. Lisa seriously whispered to me, don't do it. Don't do it. I was like, oh, okay. My bad.
Oh my god.
Speaking of which, that is when MCM said no to a star. Good times.
Oh my god, Scott, man, you did not have to do that. Thank you so much. I gotta give you all the Baz, all the Pogs, and all the Barneys. Thank you so much for that alert. Again, you really didn't have to do that. I guess it's in the old version that was longer before I like cut it to be the moment. So sorry for the debate, but yeah, when I first had that as an alert, she was like, oh, and he started like standing up for me and blah blah blah, and then like she's like, what did you just do? I don't know, but that's the moment. Wait, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Sorry, ASMR. Thank you so much for the 2,000 bits, though. Really, that is too kind of you. Thank you so much. Okay, I sucked because I didn't know what I was doing. Anybody who's like new to my streams probably wouldn't realize that was not me sitting on camera anyway, so it doesn't really matter. It's like, that's not even me. That's Toach. That's my sister, Madame Toach. But, yep, that's not even me. So it's kind of funny. I'm like, I wonder how many people that are new here think that's me. Because it's definitely not. I'm definitely sitting on the floor off camera. You said the guy drank your water and was pointing at you and kept saying he wanted to marry you. He was really... Oh! No, this was a story about when I went to a bar after rehearsal one night with some of my fellow cast. It was a show that I was putting on, and so everybody that was of age, of drinking age, we went to a bar afterward for fun because it was like, oh, this new place opened. And this guy like proposed to me that night, I thought he was pointing to my friend, and she's like, this guy is staring over here, and he keeps pointing on that one. And his friends are like talking to him. I don't know. But yeah, this guy was super drunk, and he apparently liked my face enough to want to marry me on that alone.
You got proposed to by...
I did. He proposed with like an Applebee's gift card. I was like, okay. And it's funny because like it wasn't even just my friend's mom worked on my show as stage manager, and her mom was there, my mom was there. I mean, we're like 21, 22 at this point in time. And we might have been 22 by this point. But anyway, and one of my sisters was there too, that wasn't even in the show, because she was just like, she had just moved back in with us, and I don't know, it was like this really weird, you know when you like do something with a weird like mix of people, and you're like, that's kind of a weird group of people to do that particular thing with. It was one of those instances, but it was actually like a really fun night. And yeah, this guy, he got drunk and he decided he wanted to marry me and proposed to me with an Applebee's gift card. And then his two friends like apologized to me. And I'm like, it's fine. I really don't care. I just was confused as to what was even happening. And they're like, so we're laughing about it. And then he took off running. Like, he took off running outside the building and into like the neighborhood behind the bar. They were like, he does this. He gets drunk and then he takes off and we have to get in the car and go like chase him down and find him. And I was like, that is the weirdest drunk thing. They weren't drunk at all, so it was just like pretty funny. But he tried, I remember he was like, I'm a doctor. And I was like, what? Why would this make me marry you? I don't know. It was very strange. But it was very amusing at the same time. That was a long time ago. That was probably like, whew, that was probably 10 years ago now. 9 or 10 years ago. Or actually 10 or 11 years ago, maybe. It was a long time ago. Anyway. So that must have been a fresh story at the time when I told it on whatever Let's Play I probably told it on. I feel like this guy shouldn't drink it. Probably not. Yeah, it's like, Dr. Applebee's. He had like 1 million gift cards too, and I was like, why do you have this many gift cards? So he probably really did do, like, he probably really was like a doctor or had some kind of profession in the medical field where he like got gift cards a lot because he had so many of them. And he and his friends weren't like gross weird guys or anything. You could tell they were just like normal dudes. He just had too much to drink. So if you ever propose to anybody when you're drunk, probably not gonna work out, but also you might want to like get to know them and like date them first, which if that guy would have asked me out on a date, I probably still would have been like, I don't think so. Because at the time I was like, I, first of all, don't want to date anyone right now. Second, this is not the way to start dating somebody though. Anyway. You were looking at my LP of one Christmas Animal Crossing special where I played both City Folk and GameCube and had PTM as a guest. I don't remember this happening. I don't remember that at all, so if that's a thing that happened, I have no idea. I don't remember it at all, so, unless it was like on his channel or something. Maybe it was a dream, because I really honestly don't remember that. I know that a lot of like the Animal Crossing stuff, like the old stuff, I think I've recovered all of the original project, but not all of those episodes were on my main channel anyway. Some of them were on my backup channel. I don't know. I have no idea. You're asking me to go back probably like 12 years or 10 years, and I have no clue. So, sorry. No idea. Anyway, but yeah, I used to put music on those videos, so like a lot of them I had to take down when I was like contracted with different people through YouTube because like I didn't have the rights to that music. Which is probably exactly what happened with that. So that's, if it were an episode with him that got taken down, that was probably it. But I don't remember ever recording Animal Crossing with him, so that's, I don't know. I don't remember that. You know what they say, the way to a woman's heart is an Applebee's gift card! Totally. I believe it was called An Animal Christmas Story. I thought that was a different project entirely. I thought that was like a Christmas special that I put into one video. I'm pretty sure I used clips from, like... If it doesn't exist anymore, I probably took it down for copyright reasons, though, because I would use, like, video clips and stuff. So, I don't know. Anyway. I never go to Applebee's. I don't... Applebee's is, like, one of those places you go, like, late at night because it's the only place that's open and they have, like, half-price appetizers. Never go there, like, because, like, it's not my restaurant of choice. This game is impossible as the one player, unless you're a CPU, probably. I lose this game immediately when I'm the one player. I don't know, any videos that are old that have disappeared from, especially, like, I would say even, like, 5+ years ago, there's probably a reason for it, and I couldn't even tell you at this point. Probably copyright is the #1 reason for anything like that, though. How did she win this? I never win this. Because I'll tell you right now, I have like literally like 2,000 videos on my YouTube channel. I'm not gonna remember every single one of them, and I record them and upload them, and I don't watch them myself, so you guys know my videos far more than I do. I know other people's videos like the back of my hand, but I do not know my own. That's just kind of how that is, you know. I don't just watch my own videos all day, so like you guys are bound to know my stuff better than I am most of the time. Where's my magic lamp? What the heck? It's the same way with like a movie that you watch over and over again that you can quote. Like I guarantee the actors in Mean Girls don't know Mean Girls as well as anybody here. Guaranteed. So. Guaranteed. But, yes, how dare I not be an encyclopedia of every video on my channel. So sorry. Listen, Pokemon WTF is... I don't feel like that would ever have a copyright issue, so... I bet Yorma knows every word to Hot Rod. Oh, totally. I bet he knows every word of the commentary, too, Brie. Oh, I for sure know more about Mean Girls than Lindsay Lohan. I'm not trying to throw shade. I'm just saying, like, I think that's just the reality of, like, any kind of content that you make or you're part of. A lot of the time you don't just, like, watch your own stuff, so then you just don't... You don't know it as well as everybody else. It's true. He might try to copyright that video. Uh-oh, no. Back with my pizza! Drift Looney Pizza Party! Welcome back! You're 1,000,000% right. Yeah, copyright claim by Toch. And then I'll make... Remember when people used to make, like, dramatic apology videos on YouTube? Like, to celebrities and stuff? They'd be like, I'm sorry I called you a whore. And it's like, this person
What team are you on? Not yours.
That was actually really good timing for that. Thank you. Thank you for that timing, Scottman. Not yours. Anyway. I don't know. Again, just maybe it's because I just watched MTV Fat Camp, but the drama of the early 2000s, I don't think will ever be... I don't think we'll ever get drama of that caliber. And just, like, silly nature ever again. Now when people are dramatic, it's, like, way too serious and, like, scary. And, like, cancel-y. And it wasn't back then. It was just, like, whatever. People are just ridiculous. But yeah. So, I don't even know. You were talking about YouTube fake apologies. Wait, what did you say, really? They still do? I feel like even if they still do, they're not as dramatic as they probably once were. Sakura Princess, welcome to the stream, by the way. This is going to expose me, but all the KSI drama back in the day was pretty silly and all fake just for views, so some of that still exists. Wait. What is I'm trying to figure out what this acronym is for, Bree. Don't hate me if I should know it. Oh, it's a oh, I thought you were talking about a show, like, on MTV, and I'm like, what started with a K? I don't know. I couldn't think. I'm like, okay, never mind. This is just not the same thing at all that you're talking about. Also, it's turned 17. I should probably use the bathroom and reheat this because it's gone from hot chocolate to lukewarm chocolate. Wait, we need a Mean Girls quote. Oh, shoot. A quote that Lindsay Lohan wouldn't remember. Okay, Shliam. Let me see. I gotta think of a good, like, really obscure line that's like, why would she ever remember that ever? Shoot. Everything I'm thinking of is too iconic. She probably wouldn't even remember some of that, though. Hey, do you guys know where room G14 is? She probably wouldn't remember that. Like, I would not remember that. So she probably would not remember that. Why? I don't have time for this. It's amazing how many huge YouTubers there are that I've literally never heard of. Same, Shliam. I don't feel like I follow any huge YouTubers, though. I think the biggest YouTubers I ever followed were The Lonely Island, and even then they were, like, not even on YouTube at first. And then they were, like, on SNL. YouTube hadn't even been around that long. It was a different world. So that doesn't even really count, because that changed rather quickly. Are there any games I play a lot that I never stream? I would say all the games that I play a lot, I stream. Like, the game I'm never not playing is The Sims 2. I streamed that on Monday. Or, yes, I streamed that on Monday, so... And I'm planning to stream it next Monday, too. After we do some craft stuff. I don't feel like there's any game that... I feel like most of the gaming I do is on stream. Like, most of the time I'm playing video games, you guys are seeing it. And lately, when I'm gaming off stream, it's either Fall Guys or The Sims 2, and you guys have seen me stream both of those a lot, so... You know. Still haven't played Legends. Nope, I haven't. It's still sealed in the package. I've not been in a Pokemon mood lately. Even watching Detective Pikachu, like, it was fun to watch, but it still didn't put me in a Pokemon mood to, like, play. By the time I'm in a Pokemon mood again, the new game will be out. It's like Pokemon Violet will be out, and I'll be like, oh shoot, I still have to play Pokemon Legends. I think also just knowing the structure of what Violet's going to be is easier for me to naturally, like, pick up and get into than a brand new style of game, which is, like, Legends. Even though I've heard nothing but rave reviews and praise for Legends. It's just, I haven't been in the mood. I don't know. I guess so. I need a cozier season for Pokemon, I think is the ticket, Pixie. I think I honestly just, like, am not vibing with it in the summer. So. Okay, I'm going to take a quick break here. We're at turn 18, so we're a little over halfway, but I'm going to take a quick break to go to the bathroom and to reheat this hot chocolate. So I will see you guys... Shoot. Sorry. I will see you guys in just a few minutes. Hey guys, welcome back. I'm MadameWario. We're playing Mario Party 4. Goomba's Greedy Gala. Sorry, I was eating candy. Welcome back. We're at turn 18 of 30. And we currently have 0 stars because I can't manage to find the star no matter what I do. And I also haven't really been paying enough attention to do that anyway. So we're going to try and step up. Although I think I'm doing pretty well for Coin Star game and happening. I don't think I've landed on a single happening space. Oh my god.
Aw yeah, Doritos chip.
I cannot believe you, Psycho. I cannot believe you. Thank you so much. Almost said Doritos chip is famous on this channel. Psycho Nacho Man is famous on this channel. Thank you so much. I did not see that coming. No. 1433. We have met the next goal. We have met the next goal. I'm giving you all the goals, all the chips. I'll give you some ranchers, because I know you like those. Some pogs, and some hype disguise, because I did not see that at all. Thank you so, so much, Psycho. I looked over to heaven. Well, Doritos chip is famous on this channel. That's true, but I was really talking about you. Incredibly, incredibly generous. Thank you so much, Psycho. My gosh. Welcome back from the break, everybody! My button match. Ooh. Okay. Woo! Anyway, gave me a jump scare. Sorry, Brandon. I have a little bit of a guilty pleasure when, like, the alerts give myself a jump scare, because it's just goofier that way. But I'm really not trying to hurt anybody's ears or anything like that, so let me know if it's ever too loud or something, legitimately. 2 Cupcake Queen, welcome! And Psycho!
Straight up.
No hands, no hats. I don't know what to think about that.
Oh my goodness!
I'm into the points, but they're not your average
so
points.
Much, Psycho! And welcome to the Ba family, welcome back to Cupcake Queen. Sorry I'm late for this very important date. You're just fashionably late, it's all good. I was fashionably late to walk down the aisle. Literally, it was for fashion. At my own wedding. Not my fault, but it happens, you know? And also, just on that quote there, with I'm late for a very important date. I have an entire Alice in Wonderland outfit lined up for Disney World that I'm so excited about. So excited about. I got like this cartoon, like old school cartoon fairy tale print skirt and it has like Alice in Wonderland characters all over it. It's very like, I don't know, it's like, it reminds me of like a 1950s style skirt. Like it's longer, but like it puffs out from the waist. Like it's super cute. And I have like a little purple crop top to go with it because a lot of the little characters in it are like, are wearing purple outfits. It's more of like a lavender, but I just got the cutest earrings to go with it too, and they're little clocks with Alice and the White Rabbit on them. I'll get pictures for sure. I will be, I'll have to, I know I'll have a stream after Odie and I go on our honeymoon, especially with how much you guys have helped us out with the honeymoon fund. Talking all about it, and, you know, I'm gonna do what I can to share all that we did, because it's something I guarantee I'm gonna be like, oh my god, we have to talk about all the parks and Odie's first, like, Disney experience. Like, it'll be so fun. So, please tell me there's a lamp in here. I'm gonna be so sad if there's not. Yes! Yes! Let's go! The Rock, welcome to the stream. Speaking of Odie, he's in the bathroom. Already in the bathroom. He was behind me, like, this entire time, but now he's, having a party. Or having a potty, if you will. Someone asked where you were, and I was like, he's in the bathroom. He ran away. Wasn't I supposed to, wasn't there something I was supposed to rant about today? You said, are you gonna rant about this tomorrow? And I can't remember what it was. Something we talked about or did yesterday, now I have no idea what. Huh, I don't know. Maybe it'll come to me. Anyway, what's your favorite food to bake? I love baking cookies. I haven't done much baking in probably since Christmas though, honestly. I haven't done a lot of baking since last Christmas. I would say Christmas cookies are like one of my favorite things to bake anyway, so it's kind of fitting. I also like, love to bake like a cake from scratch. Which I can't tell you the last time I did that. It would have been years ago, but cakes are also fun to make from scratch. I don't know. I enjoy baking. There's really not like one particular thing that I would like prefer over anything else necessarily. I just think it's more common for me to bake cookies.
Did you rant about the shopping experience you had? Buying yarn?
Oh my, no, that was it. I think that was it. So, yeah, this time of year, I talked about this a little bit on Monday, but this time of year is when you really need to get started on like Christmas gifts if you're going to make them, if you like crochet or knit or anything like that, because it is time consuming. You have to plan ahead and you have to literally give yourself months to complete certain projects, especially if you're making more than one gift or you're making something for everybody. It's going to take you a long time. So like Christmas in July usually is the time to be like, okay, time to like restock your yarn stash and all that fun stuff. No, I don't know how you to stop it ever. Oh shoot, I have a magic lamp. Why didn't I use it? I'm an idiot. I'll use it next time. But anyway, so I was like, I have several things that I want to make for my shop that I needed to restock yarn for myself that I needed to restock yarn for, and as Christmas gifts. And I don't know why craft stores have to be so complicated. Like, I have no idea why they have to be like this. What does this do? Oh, okay. I don't care. Anyway, so I was like, I usually get my yarn in a variety of places, like, because it just depends on the color, what kind I need, all that fun stuff. But I was going to Joann because they have like the best sales and coupons usually. And I looked everything up online and it was like, okay, everything I need is on sale. I'll just go there and pick out like the colors I want and all this fun stuff. No. I went there, it literally, nothing was on sale. Not one thing was on sale in the yarn section that I needed. I don't even think any of it was on sale. And there was a sign for the next day that said like, buy two, get one free. And I'm like, what if I don't need two of these? Like, this is not a deal at this point. So I like rage quit Joann because I was so irritated, and I looked up online and it's cheap. It's more affordable and cheaper, and you get a better deal if you buy online and pick up in store for some reason than if you just go there and do the work yourself of like picking it out and bringing it to the register. And I'm like, why? Why is this why is this cheaper to make somebody else do the work for you? That makes absolutely no sense. So like the next day, I was like, I'm just gonna do that, I guess. I'm gonna order it online, go pick it up in store, great. And like I had a coupon for like, I don't know, 20% off entire purchase, whatever. Well, it's like cannot be used on doorbusters. Apparently every single skein of yarn was considered like a doorbuster, like not a sale or a clearance, because the coupon would have worked on that. It wasn't sale, it wasn't clearance, it was a doorbuster. So I'm like, what? How is this a doorbuster? I literally didn't even go in the store. I'm on the website. There's no door to bust. Like, I can't understand this concept of why it wouldn't be included. It's so dumb. So, long story short though, I did get my yarn and I got all of it for the same price I was gonna pay for like literally one of like 4 projects without doing all of that. It was just so stupid. I'm like, why is this so complicated? Because it's like, you don't want to spend $1 million on one project, because at that point it's like, well, screw it, I'm not gonna make this, I'm just gonna go buy the freaking thing and not have to do crap. So, really dumb. I don't know. The struggles of being a fiber artist, or just an artist in general, you guys. That's my rant. That's my fabulous yarn rant that I know you all were dying to hear. I had a similar experience trying to get a deal on pizza yesterday. Oh man. It's like,
I can
whoa,
straight
snack
up.
go,
No
snack
hands, no
attack
hands. What do you
8,
think about
let's
that?
go.
I'm
Thank you
into
so
good
much
points,
for
but they're not
sub.
your average points.
Sub hype, 30 months.
W-O-O-O-O-O-A-A-A-A.
30 month streak. W-O-O-O-O-O-A. Why are you like this, Siri? 30-month streak, 37 months of subs. Thank you so much, Snack. All the bars to you. All the big bars. Thanks, Snacko. Welcome to the Strumdulus Round. I was just ranting about yarn. Because I had to buy a bunch yesterday, and I had to go through a really complicated way of just going to the store to buy it. You'd think they'd want people to like physically show up and shop in their stores these days. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, this makes absolutely no sense. Like, I can understand during COVID, like cutting people a deal so they wouldn't come in the store because you don't want people coming in your store, whatever, but you still want the business. This was not that. This was just, oh, we want somebody to do more work instead of, I don't know, instead of you doing for them. Let's go, item hype. Let's go. Oh, spin me a yarn about it. I don't want this super baby mushroom. I need to make room for not this. Oh well. Wallow Genie, welcome to the stream as well. So yeah, that's my hot yarn rant. Oh, the Bop Hammer. Let's go. Clan of the Yeetus. Fall Guys has all these WWE costumes now, which are actually really funny, and Odie's hyped for those. And then they also have like this Bop Hammer costume. Still waiting on my Narwhal costume for my daily. I got the Robot Shark in my daily today, and that's not the right one. I'm just waiting on this Narwhal. I've had the Narwhal once, and I've had the Rainbow Wall 0 times, so I'm like, you, Fall Guys, give me the right costume, please. Oh my gosh, that reminds me. Not that necessarily. I mean, a little bit. I won't say why, but I think you guys can kind of gather. I want to encourage you guys to visit the Stacked Game Marathon Linktree, and if you are able to, if you have a YouTube channel, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you've been part of the events, if you're interested in the future event coming up, it's something that I'm very involved with. It's obviously my husband's charity event that he created that involves lots of streamers that are in the same community as myself. And right now we're trying to get the YouTube channel to 100 subs so that we can actually like properly name it. So if you guys could help us do that, I would love to have like a sticker pack giveaway once we reach that to everybody on my stream, in my stream community. So once that is reached, I'm gonna have a sticker pack giveaway just to say thank you for helping us do that, because it is a community-based thing. It's not just him, it's not just me. If you're already subbed, thank you so much for doing so. And if you could spread the word, you know, if you know like a sibling has a YouTube channel that like, even if it's just for the number, like it doesn't even have to be like an active thing that you're like doing anything with, like we would really appreciate just getting to that number so that we can properly name it. So that's the tea. But like I said, I'm gonna do a sticker pack giveaway once we get to 100 subs on that channel. I think we're about 20 away, so we're not very far from it. We need about 20 more people to sub. And then we should be good to go on that. So it's just a favor I'm asking to the community if you're able to. Subbing on YouTube's free. It's not like on Twitch where you have to literally pay for a sub. So if anybody is able to do that, I'd really appreciate it. And yeah, so we can get the hot title and not be UCZFHKQ, all this craziness. But yeah, thank you so much to everybody who subbed already. I just wanted to spread the word. I'll be talking about that again tomorrow night. But another reason I bring this up is because Odin has been hard at work currently uploading all of the videos from the most recent event, which was last October. So if you missed the event, now it's going to be super easy to watch through any of the specific runs that you missed. Like, say you want to see, like, my run in particular, you don't have to go through, like, the entire stream and find it. It'll be in its own video. And it actually, one of my runs went up today. They're going to keep going up the whole event. I believe is going up this weekend, so you'll be able to see lots of events beyond just mine. There are lots and lots of games to check out, so there's lots of content going up too. So if you're interested, the content is going out currently. So that's something else I want to talk about. Ooh, 69! Let's go! Also, shout out to Psycho for that $69 donation earlier. You're the ultimate. I thank you so much. And I know Odie does too. Anyway. Oh, yay! Thank you, Joyful Ringer. That's what I said. Isn't my Minigame Island run up? Minigame Island, let's go! You can watch it, and it's, I had Pixie as a guest co-commentator. I am. I'm involved in, I was, like, literally all over the last Stat Game Marathon, and it wasn't even like super on purpose. It just happened to be that way because I had several different runs. I had 3 different runs. I had Mario Party Minigame Island, I had Rugrats Scavenger Hunt, and I had a crochet block. So I had 3 different events of my own, and then I also did co-com on the Kelly Slater's Pro Surfer of Madame Toadstools. I did co-com on Mario Party 2 Minigame Coaster of Toad in Wonderlands. I did co-com on Mario Party 3, which was the final event. That was done by Mega Freak 400, and I also was the announcer for, like, when subs came in and messages and stuff, and that was, like, throughout the event, too. So I was kind of all over the place. You couldn't get rid of Big Bobo last event. Which I love to be involved, so it was so much fun. I love to be involved as much as possible, so... Anyway, so you can literally find me all over the internet. But Dream Knight, welcome to the stream, as well as... Oh, hey, we won. Sweet. Didn't somebody else just walk in here? I feel like I saw another username. Well, if I did, I lost it, so... Sorry. Joyful Ringer, thank you so much for watching my, my run, too. My best run of it was it was one of those things where, like, the practice run I did the stream before the event was, like, the one that got on the leaderboard and was, like, a record, so I was like, oh no, what if I don't do? But it was fine. Remember how the announcer for Mario Party 3 was Zabrag? Why is this happening? And yes, I do, Snack. Shout out to Zabrag. We love him. I think his run of Scooby-Doo was, like, maybe my favorite from the last event. Of the ones I saw, I didn't see all of them, so that's, like, not a completely fair thing to say. And I feel like I'm biased to the ones I was a part of anyway, so it's, like, not including the ones I was a part of, and anything I didn't see. I think Zabrag's run of Scooby-Doo was my favorite one, because it was just so ridiculous. Dang it! I meant to use one of these items so I could go to the item shop! Oh no! I'm so over this. But anyway. There's gonna be more information about the upcoming event this fall. There's gonna be more information about it this coming Wednesday on the SGM Twitch channel. So that is also on the link tree if you guys want to check that out and follow the Twitch channel. There are several events that have happened on there besides just the main Stack Game Marathon event that happened twice last year and will now happen annually as of this fall. But there have been more events on there, and there have been more like co-com streams, like Odinspec and Slim Kirby usually stream together on there. It's like a lot of co-op events within the community have happened and will continue to happen on there. So like if you are interested in that, definitely follow it, follow the channel. But this Wednesday is when there will be more information announced via stream about the upcoming Stack Game Marathon event. So just kind of trying to cover all those bases. And I just want to say thank you to you guys for your support also. Just in doing, you know, whether you follow or have participated in those events in the past. Thank you so much. Not me having to remember to put our friend's new username in the pods. Oh, Odie. Oh, this is that game I'm good at when I remember how to play it. How do I do this? Oh. Okay, R. I thought it was easy. Anyway. Narusonic, thank you so much. I'm really looking forward to it, and I've submitted some of my run ideas, so we'll see what happens. I'm not gonna say anything yet, but I did have some ideas that I'm pretty excited about. Doesn't this, like, Barney Bubble go so well with the Mario Party 4 background on this current layout, by the way? I know that's, like, a random thought, but just look at it matching perfectly. It's perfect. Gotta love Barney. Big Barney Bubble! I need to make him a regular emote, so that way you guys can use him on other channels and not just mine. Like, it's fun having him as a follower emote, don't get me wrong, but it'd be nice to use him on other channels, so I think I need to, like, shift around. I need to shift around where he lies. Shout out to Barney, and shout out to Schliam! Schliam actually designed that Barney Bubble emote. He's a fashion icon, for sure. Is this really in my path? Because I feel like that's just not a thing that ever happens. I think I'm gonna use that super baby mushroom. Have a Barney Bubble emote and a Barney baby emote. Rip. Yeah. Poor Barney. Poor Barney on The Sims 2 died fixing the TV as a teenager. So, he had a short life. Sorry, guys. Like I said, my, the mom of that family did have another baby with some random guy that she met, like, by the mailbox. And it was a boy, so his name is Barney the Second. Can we get a green BJ email? Yeah, I'll have an actual cast of, like, Barney the dinosaur on here. I don't know if I'm actually on the path for this. I think this is not the way to get to this. You know what? I'm using this anyway, because I don't care. And I got 5. I want to be till 5. Yeah, I love having kids yeah, I love having kids with men I meet near my mailbox. I know what you meant, Brie. I know you didn't mean next. You meant with. Totally. Sims is so dumb. Like, all the dumbest scenarios only happen in The Sims, and that's why it's so entertaining. Anyway. I think you said that while I said next while you were typing, and so you just typed that instead. It's so easy to... Why is it so easy to do that? Like, when somebody says something, or they're talking to you and you're typing or texting, you just end up typing or texting what they're saying to you. Or what you're hearing. Oh, I'm not where I thought I am. I thought I was at the other side of the map, but I guess not. Okay, so maybe I am on the way to the star then. Avalanche? Avalanche. We're ready. Well, Agent Albatross, I don't know that I necessarily would want to go on a date with someone who was like, can I bring a friend on our date? And I'm just like, sure. And it turns out to be his wife and kids. I don't really think that's the scenario I would want in real life. I hate this. I'm so bad at this game. Oh! Let's go! Did you see that? I actually finished it. I feel like that's just something a person would not do. They wouldn't be like, oh, I'm going on a date. I'm gonna bring my wife and kids, and that's how they're gonna find out about it. But what if you go on that date with his wife and kids, and then he proposes with an Applebee's gift card? Then I don't know what to tell you. Then I'm stumped. Is Peach saying, yeah, Peach is the winner, or yeah, Peachy's the winner? 33. I think she's saying Peach is. I don't think she's saying Peachy, but that also would be fitting, so I really don't know. Have I been mishearing her say Peachy all these years? I think it's Peach is, but again, I'm not 100% sure. Okay, can we please just get rid of this? Bringing your wife on the date is certainly one way to come out as polyamorous, which was not the case in my sim scenario. Oh sweet, I'm gonna get a Bowser space, what I always dreamed of. Yay! It's just baby Bowser, or Koopa Kid. 30 coins?! Oh, from everybody. Okay, I feel better now. It wasn't just me. I do the same thing with... Yeah, Peachy's got it! I feel like I've always thought Peachy's got it, because it's just easier to say than Peach has got it. I don't think it really matters, because it's like the same no matter... It's the same either way. If she says, yeah, Peachy's the winner, then it's like, it's the same difference as saying Peach is the winner, so it's like... She just has a name that's complicated in these scenarios. Now this Goomba background. Why can't we see more of that, like, on the board? You can only see it when you go to, like, towards the back. It's cute. Parasailing. We got this one earlier. We've gotten several repeats, unfortunately. But that's okay, because this is kind of like a coin grab. I don't like how they look back at you the whole time, though. I said that earlier, but it's like annoying to me. A lot of wrecking going on this other side, and I would just like to point out that all of these CPUs are set to hard, so there should not be this much wrecking going on the opposite team's side of the screen. I don't understand. Just research what Peach says when she wins, and she says, yeah, Peach is the winner, but it depends on what people think. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense, it's just like... It's too close, you know? It's too close with how it's worded. No, I miss Baby Bowser or not care that much. I honestly don't care that much. Baby Bowser, Koopa Kid, Koopa Jr., they're all the same to me. And they're fun, but they're not, like, my favorite. Oh, here we go! My favorite character. Well, lost. Remember the one and only time I've ever won the lottery? Like, that lottery? It was on stream. I think last time we did, like, traditional Friday Night Mario Party with all the Mario Party 4 boards in a row. That was insane. I didn't even know it was possible to happen because I'd never seen it before. I still think you should just win the game at that point. Well, I am in 4th. Ooh! Star present! Now all the stars you've been paying 20 coins for, each will be free! What? Oh my god, this is like an event that does not happen very often. Yay, don't have to pay for the star anymore, let's go! I'm excited. I forgot what you win on the lottery too, Narusonic. It's like, isn't it like 50 coins or something? It's like, it should be way better than whatever it is. How many turns are left? Well, we just got the last 5 turns. I think that was asked before that scenario just now, so sorry. I didn't mean to be late on that, but yeah, we're at the last 5 turns. For anybody who just wandered in. Yeah, I feel like I've never gotten... Well, never's a strong word. I don't think I've gotten the free star bonus in a very long time. Alright, reversal of fortune. So here we have chance time, essentially. We'll see what happens. Oh, remember when I absolutely owned chance time on Tuesday? That was fabulous. So happy for that, how that turned out. Uh-oh, both the ladies! I love Boo's little wizard outfit. It's just so cute. First chance time of the game? Probably only chance time of the game, too, at this rate. Oh, I have no idea how much money either of them had. We'll see. Oh, they're like 15 coins apart. Wow, what a riveting chance time, you guys. 15 coins. Anyway. I want a big room with a pinball machine trapdoor like that. Yo, me too. Okay, I think this is an item shop right here, so I don't want to... I just have to chase it. Alright, give me... No. Give me a lamp, first of all. That seemed like it took more than 30 of my coins. That's bad. Okay. Yay! Okay, good. Yay! The gamble. Yay! Give me a free star, baby! Woohoo! Star free for all! Okay, good. So now all I have to worry about paying for are magic lamps and items. So that kind of changes the strategy a little bit, which is fun. I also love that neon rainbow, those 2 neon rainbow signs back there. Super kawaii! Okay. Yes, I remember those old Mario Party arcade machines, Narusonic. I know what you're talking about. I used to have, I printed one out, like a picture of one when I was a kid, and I had it cut out and taped to my closet door, because I was super cool. I had my Mario Party 3 poster up there, and then I also had, like, the image of one of those machines, because it was, like, my dream to play one of those machines. One of my dreams, but... one of my gaming dreams, to play one of those Mario Party machines. Ooh, had to go buy lotto tickets for your mom. Well, hopefully you win, Rolly. And, or your mom wins, I should say. That's not a your mom joke. It's genuine, I promise. We're on the last 5 turns. I did the roulette because I was in last, and it's a star free-for-all, so literally every star is free now. So that we don't have to pay for stars anymore. We just have to get to the star. So, do I play Fortnite? I do not. I've never played Fortnite before. But I do play Fall Guys, and I'm absolutely obsessed. I should buy some. I'd love to win $1 billion. Same. That was a big tease just now. We look like we're kind of at the same spot as them, but we're higher. This minigame used to scare me so much because it's just like an anxiety-inducing minigame in general. And I'm not somebody who's afraid of heights, and it doesn't even show the angle to where like I feel like this would bother anybody who is afraid of heights. It's just like that wind and this music and not knowing exactly like what I was supposed to do in the early days, like that how to hold on to all that crap. I would end up falling. Even though you just hold A, I just like, I don't know. I would panic. The vibe is very panicky. If I win $1 billion, I'll gift a sub. Thanks, Liam. 1 sub. How generous. Yeah, gotta stick to a budget. What's unfortunate is I feel like a lot of billionaires kind of think that way. Not that I know any billionaires personally, but don't do. Steal from Mario. Yeah. Okay, it's like, it kind of sucks because like I need to use my lamp, but I'm right in front of Boo. Do I wait to use my lamp after I've also used Boo? Maybe. I think that might be the move. Possibly, because I have what? How many turns left? 3 after this. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. So save my lamp for the next turn so that I can utilize this. 'Cause it's 50, but like I'm not paying for stars. So Peach just... Yeah, Peach just did this, so I'll do this. Wyvern Master, welcome! If I win $1 billion, I will redeem 1 bit! Unbelievable! Oh my god. If I win $2 billion, I'll gift a sub. Wow, the stakes are high, you guys. Alright, I'm using my lamp next time. If somebody had like a way to steal my lamp, then I wouldn't have done that, but... I had to utilize Boo. I think it was the smarter move. We are in the last few turns. Gotta try and bank as many stars as I can. He going for her. With that hot 4! It's enough! I think they're also... No, they're on the other side of the board. I was like, I think they're also headed to Boo, but no, they're not. But Wyvern Master, welcome. We're just having a time. Getting ready to play Long Claw of the Law in the last 5 turns. All stars are free. So that's kind of fun. I feel like that doesn't happen very often. So it adds a little bit of a unique twist and strategy to the end of the game. Not who I need to be. I really like this minigame. This one's not in Superstars, and it should be. I need to be somewhere. Somewhere over here. Oh, what a funny minigame name. And what a funny enemy to be pulling out of the wall. Okay, I have 10 coins more than Mario. I know, I wish they added that one in Superstars too. That's a cute one. She's gonna become tiny. Probably buy a lamp. Actually, I don't think she can afford a lamp. I think a lamp is 30. So, sorry about your luck, Peach. What you buy? Boo's crystal ball! Okay, well, she can't steal a star with this because she doesn't have any money. She can't even steal coins right now. And she's gonna continue to not be able to steal coins because she still doesn't have any money. Alright. I'm kind of in a position... Hold on. So, I'm almost in the same position as last time because I have 2 turns left and I could possibly get 1 more lamp. Okay, I'm gonna try and get 1 more lamp. And then last 2 turns I'll use them. Dang it, there's not a lamp. Okay, fine. I guess I'll buy one of these too then, because this is about as close as I'm gonna get. Oh well, it was worth a shot. It was worth a shot of trying to get a layup. Okay, but now I have to use my items on the last 2 turns. I'm gonna use the lamp first, and then I'm gonna use the crystal ball. So I know I've been doing some kind of wonky moves. Oh, that's lucky. Or unlucky, because I'm about to snipe that. And Mario gets a 1. He's really going places. Buy an item bag while you have 2 items. Oh man. I love when the CPUs do that. Okay, this is the game that I thought was over, so I stopped paying attention and got kicked out of the game way sooner than I should have. So, I'm going to pay attention this time. Why, guys, come after me. I'm always hitting these freaking enemies. Oh! Yeah, I forgot there was like a second half to this, so I just like immediately got hit and knocked out. Oh dang, I almost had 2 of them. 16! I'll take it. I feel like Mario's in the lead for minigame star. We'll see though. We're like really neck and neck with coins. Which we're not going to be because I'm about to pay 50 for a star on this last turn. But I'll probably steal from him. Oh, she has enough to steal coins now. She's gonna steal... Oh, she's gonna steal Mario's money! Wow, Peach on my side today, I guess. Thanks, Peach. It looks so funny with the characters punching Boo. Something tells me punching a ghost in any way, shape, or form would not work. I always buy item bags, just love the luck. I feel like I never buy item bags because they're like... There's always another item that I'd rather have, and look at this! This is so lucky right now. I love surprises and stuff, so... It seems like my cup of tea, but then I'm like, oh my god, but what if it doesn't give me something as good as this? Alright, here we go. Back to Goomba. This big kitty belly, big kitty face. Very odd. There's an idea for a challenge. Only buy item bags. Yay! Thanks for my free star in front of these 2 ladies. Alright, so we have 1 more turn. And everybody's like on the same square, essentially. Things are looking pretty good, but it is Mario Party, so I can't celebrate too early. Or I'll get bitten in the butt. So I'm staying on this path, getting another mushroom that I won't use. Doesn't matter though, because I already know what item I'm using on the next turn, which is also the last turn of the board. So I'll end up with, unless I win the minigame, I'm gonna end up with 91, or I'm gonna have 91 coins. Well, no, that's not true, because I'm probably gonna land on a, I could land on a, I don't know, I'm probably gonna have close to 100 coins at the end of this, which is still pretty good, but Mario would have, like, clean sweep, and I don't know how likely that is. Throwing snowballs at me! Whoa. Why are they throwing them always at me? Ah, I ran right into it. He was too good. Freaking Chili didn't show up in, or Mr. Blizzard, whatever the heck his name is, didn't show up in time. I think it's probably in my best interest anyway to steal a star from Mario, even if he didn't have more coins than anybody else. Or even if he didn't have more stars than anybody else, because he has so many coins, I think I'm gonna have to steal from him. Oh, boy, watch out for you! Julie's readjusting. She's on her spot. Here she goes. She's gonna flatten down and pass out as she does. Oh, little Jilla. Anybody! I would do that one, but I think I have to go for Mario because I think he's more likely to get those bonuses. He could have the coin star by even like 1 coin. I'm not sure. Let's see. Wow, shout out to excess channel point removal. Ooh. Shout out to hidden block. No, I guess not. I tried. I tried to will it to happen. And the game was like, no. Has Jilly ever hissed since the washing basket incident? I've never heard Jilly hiss in my life. I mean, maybe she tried when she was a kid. I don't even remember her ever hissing as a kitten. Maybe when me and my sister first, like, tried to give her and Jilly and Sally, Sally is Jilly's sister, tried to give them a bath. But I don't even think they hissed then. I don't remember her hissing ever. Oh, wait a minute, no. Narusonic, you're not talking about that. You're literally talking about when she hissed at Odie while playing in that laundry basket. I didn't bring it up. Narusonic brought it up. Narusonic asked if Jilly ever hissed since that incident, and my mind automatically went to, like, you said washing, and I was like, oh, like when we gave them a bath. I'm sorry, my mind was just in the wrong spot because I'm silly. But, no, she's never hissed before, and I've never heard her hiss since. So that was the first time I've ever heard her hiss. Thank you for the hydrate. Thank you for the dab, the posture check, and the bop. Thanks, guys. Okay, I think we're going into this pretty far ahead. I don't think there's any way we can lose. Because Mario has 1 star, so even if he gets all 3, unless somebody else clean sweeps, but even then they have less coins than I do. So I think we've kind of got this. So woo! Strategy pays off. Ooh, okay, good. I was not sure. I love kitties too, Vanilla. Vanilla Cone, I love cats. I'm a huge, huge cat lover. Who's gonna win? Okay, I was like, he may have beaten me. I wasn't paying attention to, like, the highest amount that he had. I don't think I landed on a single one of these, so this was not me. Apparently Peach landed on at least one. I don't remember what it did, or... Oh, you know what? I think that was that little game that they, like, slid back and forth collecting the coins, maybe? So never mind, I did see them land on that, I just wasn't connecting the dots that- oh, that was a happening space. So that's just my bad. Yay! We did it! Woohoo! Look at him tapping his foot with his shiny tie. The winner is Wario! We did it, you guys! We strategized to victory. Spooky! Woohoo! You are the party star! We're officially the party star of the casino. Yay! Thanks, Scott Man. Thanks, Armand. Your sister owns 3 cats. You do not, though. You have to change that. You gotta get a kitty. Alright, detailed results. So we have 6 stars, so we won by a landslide with stars. Let's look at this. So, minigame coins. Dang, I like killed it and didn't feel like I did that well, but apparently I did really well with that. Shoot. Okay, I was way ahead on that, more than I thought. Highest number was 212 and I only got to 199, so I don't remember seeing him break 200, but I believe it because I haven't been paying attention for a while. Happening spaces. Yep, that was that sliding game, which I only saw Mario and Peach do, so that makes sense. Only one Bowser space, and it was just when Baby Bowser showed up to take like 30 coins from everybody, so that wasn't even that bad, because it wasn't even just me, it was everybody. So yay! I'd say we did pretty well. Alright, let's go. You won and all it took was me not joining chat until the last 3 turns. Well, listen, I don't know if that's why we won, but I'm glad you joined chat regardless. Alright, let's go to the basement. Or this is that what it's called? I don't know, the extra room. Thank you for the follow! Welcome to the Queen's Castle. And welcome to the extra room. I think it is in the basement. Hold on. No, I don't want to know the rules. Yeah, Whomp's Backroom Ball, or Whomp's Basement Brouhaha. That's what we're gonna do because it has my favorite part of Mario Party 4 in it. And that is the one and only Mushroom Medic. We have to do this every time. This is the best bonus minigame. Try to figure out who ate the poison mushroom. The one who ate it will have a different heartbeat. So all of these patients come in for a scientific experiment, take weird poison medicine, and see if they die. Possibly. And our goal is to treat everybody so no one dies, but I don't think there's an end to this, so eventually somebody will. Kind of morbid, but you know, it's fun. It's just a game, you guys. Time to accidentally kill Shy Guy. I feel so bad when I accidentally kill Shy Guy. Rated R Mario, fashionably late. Welcome to the stream. You're in time for Mushroom Medic, at least. This is the best. Okay, everybody has a really soft heartbeat, and then this guy's just crazy strong. Okay. All right, place your bets now. Who's it gonna be? Koopa, Toad, Boo, Shy Guy, Goomba? Like, who's gonna be the victim? Okay, his heart is like barely beating. This minigame ends at 99. Yeah, not that anyone's getting there without tool assistance. That is very true. That's kind of surprising it ends, though. I mean, I guess that makes sense. Okay, it's been literally the first person every time. This is kind of wonky. And obviously the higher level you get, the less time you have to figure this out. Some are more obvious than others too, so... Ooh, 3 boos. How do you kill a ghost? Okay, this boo. It was everybody has such a strong heartbeat and then his is like normal. So I would be led to think there's something wrong with everybody else, but that's not how this game works. I'd like to know how much they're getting paid for this experiment. Maybe they got paid in like extra lives or something. I still love the design of the back wall there with the posters. Okay, his heartbeat's just a little bit faster than everybody else's, but that was really tricky. Okay! The floor is very clean. Knights, it is. Welcome to the chat. So reflective. Okay, I don't know if you guys can hear my controller when it's like super powerful vibration of heartbeats. Kinda gives it away. I think the Goomba will end up getting killed, but who knows? It's always tragic when one of them dies. I know. It is a tragic moment. I think his heart... They're all the same, except I think his is faster. Okay, good. Those are the hardest when it's not, like, intensity, but timing. Like, if it's fast or slow is a lot harder to tell than when it's, like, very faint or very strong. Okay, this is a little stronger. Maybe? Okay, good. Oh. Are we gonna get a room of all the same people? It's more obvious. I would not volunteer for this clinical trial either, Psycho. Nor would I probably volunteer for any clinical trial. Especially of this nature. Wow, this was crazy. This is so sad! We're all getting too emotional over this. We need to remember, like, it's just Mushroom Medic. Like, they call an ambulance, it's fine. They volunteered for this. They knew what they signed up for. I don't know. This might be wrong. I may have killed Koopa. No, I didn't. I healed him. Let's go! Oh. I have like no, I don't know. I can't tell. Did they though? Did they? No. Boo. Oh. Okay, well Boo's already dead, so I don't feel as bad for this that we accidentally killed Boo. Rip Boo! No! Oh. Poor Teresa. Well, that was tragic. I really couldn't tell. It was one of those timing ones where they all were very faint, but one was probably just faster or slower than the rest, and it was I didn't have enough time. It was too much. Thank you, Psycho, for the song. Boo appreciates that tribute. Rip Boo. You're such a great ghost. He must be double dead! I guess so. It's an Oogie strategy. I remember the good times when Boo and I used to travel to New Hampshire. F's in chat for Boo. Oh my god. Just remember, there's always a 0.1% chance You're the guy getting... Yeah, that's true. That is true, which is kind of scary, but, you know. K-Man's flute is like a kiddie funeral song. I mean, it kind of is a funeral song, just given the nature of the movie that it came from, but... What can I say? Alright, I'd say we had a pretty good run with this. What's our title? Here are the results. I saved 12 patients. My rank is... Manic Medic. At least I'm not Dr. Dunce-Cap or whatever it is. We got better than Dr. Dunce-Cap. Did I hear something about New Hampshire? I live there! I've never been to New Hampshire. That's one of those states I would love to visit, like in the wintertime. But never been. Never been. Okay, let's try one more time. We'll try one more time. We've gotten up to PhD Prodigy. And I was really hoping to get to 30, because I think once you get to 30, that's like the winning result. Like, that's the highest title you'll get. I don't know. This guy. I'll try to be a little bit quicker, too, because some of them, they're, like, super obvious, and then I double-check everybody, and I'm like, why did I waste time doing that? New Hampshire resident hype! Although, I think his is super pretty. Watch it not be. Okay, it was. It was. I'm good. This guy's heart is barely beating. Probably because he's a ghost. So, naturally, I don't think I'd be too concerned about this, but... It's funny to think that this depiction on the wall of Goomba implies that his entire body is a skeleton, like that he's just a big bone head, which is kind of tragic when you think about, like, oh, you step on Goombas to defeat them, like, oh, you just crush them, I guess. Kinda scary. Timing ones, I'm telling you guys, are so tricky. Alright, we're almost to where we got to last time. Let's see if we can go past it. I still love, I say this every time, but I love how the exclamation appears above their head, like, oh my god. Me? But I didn't even know I was saying. I'm so shocked by your treatment. Okay, this guy's heart is, like, about to stop. New Hampshire seems like a cozy state. Cool mountains, it deserves more coastline. That's why I would love to go in the wintertime, because I feel like that'd be a fun place to, like, find winter activities. Your heart's beating a little stronger than everybody else. Ooh! Okay. Almost down. First 10 down. I'm wondering why there's a Cheap Cheap poster. It's cute. It shows the little, like, bonefish, above it. Like, that's its x-ray of, like, what the inside of Cheap Cheap looks like. It's just like a diagram. Like, it's so cute. Okay, this guy's different. Look at this. All these Koopas and one Toad. It's very cozy, plus seafood's your... Oh, yeah. Oh my god, I bet. Oh, that's what I love about the East Coast. Especially, like, New England. The food is so good. Oh god. Please be right. What? It was not! I killed Koopa! I didn't mean to! Okay, well apparently that's where I get confused, is right there in the middle. Or in the middle at 10? That's not the middle. You know what I'm saying. This is twice now. Thanks, Psycho, for the beautiful song for Koopa. Alright, I did one less than last time, didn't I? I still got the same ranking though. Apparently I'm stuck as a manic medic. I guess the, whatever my high score is was like a one-time thing, because what is it? Something PhD? PhD prodigy, yeah. Apparently a one-time thing. Whoops. Yeah, I turned him into Dry Bones. I didn't mean to. Why? He and I used to go to the arcade all the time. Yeah, once a manic medic, always a manic medic. What can I say? Rip Koopa. Sorry, guys. I tried. Just didn't. It just wasn't. It was just Koopa's time. Okay. Sorry, guys. Oh my goodness, you guys, it's been such a fun night. I want to shout out my Patreon family, first and foremost, because they are the ones who vote every single week to choose which Mario Party board I play on Friday nights. If you would like to be part of that, please check out my Patreon page. You can pledge, you can pledge as little as $1 a month, and that'll unlock the ability to participate in those polls. That kind of thing is never expected, but always appreciated, so if that's something that tickles your fancy, feel free to visit the link in the video or in the chat. And thank you to everybody who participates weekly in those polls. Next week will be Mario Party 5, which is one of my all-time favorites, and I say that and 7 are my favorite on the GameCube, so that's one of my 2 favorites. So I'm excited to see that one. It just has such beautiful design too. It'll be exciting to see that. I'm gonna go ahead and credit my patrons really quickly too. Everybody that you see here, everybody named, these are all my $5 plus patrons. So this is a special perk for if you pledge at least $5 to my Patreon page. You get your name displayed here on each of my streams credited. Thank you so much to these folks who go above and beyond every month to help provide support for your girl here. I really appreciate it. So shout out to all of you. And thank you for being part of my Patreon. It really means so much to me, and this is probably one of the last times we will see the July credits page as well. So shout out to the July family. Love you guys. You do have a little bit of time still. It renews on the 4th, so August 4th will be the last day that you can join the Patreon community in order to get your name featured on that credits page. If you do choose to upgrade to the $5 amount or anything like that, I always like to just remind everybody because it does renew monthly. Additionally, I'm going to go ahead and pull up my credits for the stream tonight that showcases everybody who went above and beyond, whether that be with bits, subs, follows, whatever it may be. Thank you first of all though to those in chat who keep the conversation going, make it feel so alive and so welcoming and fun in here. I really appreciate you guys and just my community as a whole for your viewership and just being part of this. It makes it so much fun every single weekend. But we had several gift subs from Psycho Nacho Man tonight, so super shout out to Psycho. That's not the only time we'll be seeing Psycho's name in the credits. Or we'll see Psycho's name in the credits more than once, but just shout out for those gift subs. I really appreciate it. Let's go ahead and get this pulled up really quickly before we shove off for the evening. And I'll try to I'll try to go through all my little updates and announcements as quickly as possible. Also, this is what killed my stream last time, so hopefully it doesn't happen again. But here we go. Let's do these credits. So, thank you guys so much for all of your extra, above, and beyond love and support. Thank you, Psycho. Thank you so much, Psycho Nacho Man, for the incredible donation. Scott Man, Psycho, Pixie, for all the bits. Thank you so much. Bree, Odie, and Pixie, thank you for being here as moderators. Thank you for the new follows. Appreciate those. Armand, Psycho, Sprats, 2 Cupcake Queen, and Snack Attack, thank you as well for the subs, resubs, and of course, gift subs from Psycho Nacho Man. Thank you so much, everybody. I really appreciate your support. And last but not least, I want to just remind everybody that tomorrow night is going to be another Fall Guys night. So definitely come check out the stream if you are interested in playing along. I'll probably show off some of the like featured modes right now and then do like a community open room again because that was so much fun last week. That'll be at 8 p.m. Eastern tomorrow night on Saturday. So definitely check that out if you can. And if not, I will be streaming on Monday and Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern as well. I'll be doing a creative/Sims challenge stream on Monday, and then I will be doing Fall Guys again on Tuesday, probably just like random. I don't know that I'll do a custom room on Tuesday because we don't always have enough people on Tuesday, but I will do, I'll do some gameplay and maybe try to get some crowns and stuff myself. But I'll be doing it on Tuesday because next Saturday will be reserved for Mario Kart 8 and that expansion pass that's getting added in with the 8 new tracks. So next Friday night, again, is Mario Party 5. If you are part of my Patreon, keep an eye out for the poll coming up to choose that board for next time. And also, if you are of the podcast tier, a new podcast just went up yesterday. So check that out as well. I'm going to go ahead and share the SGM link tree again really quickly. Please check out the Stacked Game Marathon YouTube channel and subscribe if at all possible. It's free to subscribe. We are just trying to get to 100 subs so that we can name the channel officially, and I will be doing a sticker pack giveaway once we've reached that. Also, check out my link tree, and more than that, check out my Etsy, because I just updated my shop. I have all my items up now. There's nothing waiting in the wings. Everything is up that I have made that has been waiting. So there's some back to school stuff. I have some backpacks in there, some new plushies. I still have a couple mystery bags available if interested. There's just all kinds of different stuff that just went up. And also my fall stuff just got relisted again. So if you like my twisty headbands that I've crocheted or any of that, those are available again now. So check that out. I really appreciate it. Love you guys so much. Let's see who we can raid. And then we'll just call it a night. We'll pay it forward. Call it a night, call it a stream. Have a good time. Let's see, just Janie is online right now. She is playing Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, so why don't we go ahead and give her a raid. She's a streamer that I just started following not too long ago that my friend Heart of Mario raided, and she seems really cool. So we'll go ahead and show her some love. So why don't we do shoot. Okay, let's do, I feel like we should do like Double Dead Boo, which is dumb, and then Rip Koopa. 21, oh yeah, 2131 for the year. Alright, year. Oh, just for, yeah, Bojay! That's so dumb! I'm doing it anyway, even though it had, like, we talked about fat count. We talked about fat count enough, it's fine. Okay, just Janie. Alright, we'll check out Just Janie tonight. And thank you guys so much again for all your love and support. I will see you guys tomorrow night for Fall Guys at 8 p.m. Eastern, so definitely stop by if you can. Love you all. Have a great rest of your evening. Bye!